If you were an alien arriving to Earth from a far, far away galaxy, what would you report back to planet Vegas, located deep within the Andromeda Galaxy? Would you report that intelligent life exists? Would you find anything of value to justify your 2.5 million light year journey? The truth is that after careful study of earthlings, you might conclude that Earth's prime species is in a quick and steady course of de-evolution. The prime species had long ago reached its pinnacle and is quickly reverting into primitivism and tribalism. You may even report back that the earthling's 3-pound central organ had lost its use like their appendix. No faculty of learning, no intelligence, and absolutely no common sense. I think your data would prove there's no reason to be introduced to Earth's brain dead leaders, especially if you were planning on invading North America. I love the story, The Wonderful Wizard of Oz, written by Frank L. Baum in 1900. I love the characters he developed, the homeless Dorothy, the heartless Tin Man, the cowardly lion, and the brainless scarecrow. It almost seems as though Mr. Baum was writing prophetically a fitting allegory of 21st century North America. But today, due to our current sexual and culture war, I'm going to focus on the scarecrow and his quest for a brain. If the average American could have the same drive and quest that Mr. Scarecrow had, maybe we wouldn't be a nation in decline and a de-evolved species. If I only had a brain, would become America's quest and desire. Maybe then she could survive the 21st century. Brain inactivity is rampant, not only society in general but in our institutions such as grammar schools, universities, colleges, governments, corporations, and yes, even in many religious organizations. The evidence is indisputable and is absolutely inexcusable. Who's to blame? All of us, left, right, atheist, saint, pastor, priest, parishioner, and patriot. We all are culpable and guilty for America's decline. You and I are responsible for the current cultural absurdities. Our passivity is killing America just as it has destroyed many kingdoms, nations, and civilizations. Bullies may be the perpetrators of evil, but it is the evil of passivity of all those who know what is happening and never intervene that perpetuates such abuse. Philip Zimbardo. Passivity is fatal to us. Our goal is to make the enemy passive. Mao Zedong. So there it is in plain view. We are all guilty of passivity. And yes, we were lulled into passivity by an evil enchantment cast upon us by an unseen enemy. Don't you recognize what's been going on? Have you so easily forgotten our original story? Don't you remember evil's entrance into paradise? Its enticement to cause Earth's first parents to doubt God. The serpent was the shrewdest of all the wild animals the Lord God had made. One day he asked the woman, "Did God really say you must not eat the fruit from any of the trees in the garden?" "You won't die," the serpent replied to the woman. "God knows that your eyes will be opened as soon as you eat it, and you will be like God, knowing both good and evil." Genesis chapter 3 verse 1, 4 and 5. Where was Adam when the serpent was deceiving Eve? He was standing right there next to her. The woman was convinced. She saw that the tree was beautiful and its fruit looked delicious, and she wanted the wisdom it would give her. So she took some of the fruit and ate it. Then she gave some to her husband, who was with her, and he ate it too. Genesis chapter 3, verse 6. You see, Adam was actually the first of the brainless scarecrows. His brainless passivity ruined it for all mankind. Oops, I meant people kind. How insensitive of me. Adam concluded that God had been holding out on him. It is that thought which gave rise to Adam feeling offended by his creator. Mao Zedong quotes above about passivity is a deadly today as it played out during his dark evil reign over the Chinese people. His rule was from the 1st of October 1949 to 27th September 1954. Mao's government was responsible for vast numbers of deaths, with estimates ranging from 40 to 80 million victims due to starvation, persecution, prison labor, and mass executions, which drew criticism for being considered totalitarian rule. Source Wikipedia. All offenses find their origin in the unfortunate story of doubting God's goodness and his generosity, and so Adam and Eve's son Cain becomes offended by Abel, and so kills his brother. This stupidity of offense has spread throughout our planet more rapidly and deadlier than a virus. Is it possible that our fate will be that of China's? No one can accuse the Chinese people of being ignorant or unintelligent. To the contrary, however, they were conquered by the Marxists and communists. Their enemies were passivity and brainless tolerance. Their captors brilliantly used these psychological tools to lull the Chinese nation into slavery and death. It is happening here now in America. We have become a nation of cultural pacifists and controlled, whether you admit or not, by a brainless tolerance, allowing the moral and political destruction of the greatest nation in modern history. So the moral of the story: go get your brains back before it becomes too late, or buckle your seatbelt, Dorothy, 'cause America is going bye bye. Don't be a Mr. or Mrs. Scarecrow.